Yes, let's check in with KRQE News 13 anchor Elizabeth Alvarez with the morning's headlines. Pretty in purple.
Hey, ladies. Good morning. Happy Monday. Hope you had a wonderful weekend.
Yes, thank you.
It's back to the grind, right?
Yes.
First, really full day, full work week, I should say, since the holidays. So let's get right to your headlines this Monday morning. We begin this morning talking about how the man who had run for Congress, who has gotten into a lot of trouble since then, is still in jail this morning. We're talking about Gary Smith. He is a danger to the community. At least that's what a judge said this weekend. And that judge decided that Smith will need $225,000 to bond out of jail. Last year, Smith ran for the U.S. House against Janice Arnold Jones, but was booted off the ballot for not having enough valid signatures. Now, his former campaign manager and Arnold Jones both say that they caught Smith on camera slashing their tires. He has been charged in both cases and is also facing aggravated stalking charges. Gary Smith is also facing charges in El Paso, Texas, where his former neighbor says Smith slashed his tires and also tried to burn down his house. One former Albuquerque lawmaker has thrown his hat into the ring for mayor. Pete Danilli announced that yesterday in front of his home. He used to be a city councilor and Albuquerque's public safety director. Mr. Danilli says that he's focused on stopping the city from paying out huge settlements and lawsuits, making the police department better, and this.
When I talk about the Albuquerque Fire Department and the Albuquerque Police Department, my intent will be to remove and replace both chiefs, as well as a number of the deputy chiefs, and for that matter, commanders.
Pete Danilli isn't the only one who could end up running for mayor. Former Lieutenant Governor Diane Danish is thinking about it as well and could decide by the end of the month. There's also R.J. Berry, Mayor Berry, our current mayor. He's also thinking about it as well. We called his office yesterday to see if he will run, but wasn't available. And a few people also have had thoughts about running. They include retired Police Sergeant Paul Hay, U.S. Department of Agriculture Executive Terry Brunner, City Councilor Ken Sanchez, and Pastor Steve Smotherman. Tonight, we could find out if a community center in Albuquerque will be renamed after Johnny Tapia. The center is located near 5th and Mountain. It's currently known as the Wells Park Community Center. Here's what Councilor Ken Sanchez had to say back in December when he deferred action on the proposed name changes.
I think we need to involve the neighborhood association, the new council member, Councilor Ike Benton. We all need to be involved in that one meeting before we take it back to the full council. And I would hope at that time that we would have a lot more support once Johnny's story is told.
Last month, Sanchez told us he had heard from the family of Charles Wells, the man the center was originally named after. He was Albuquerque city manager in the late 40s. Also on tonight's City Council agenda, a bill establishing a governing board for the downtown rail yards. The vote on the issue had also been put off because of a group of volunteers from the Wheels Museum. They had said that the city had cut them out of a voice on the board. You see, the Wheels Museum had been working to preserve the old buildings. The city said in December that it's because the museum had a financial interest in the land and shouldn't have a say in what happens. I love this next story. If you want to get rid of your old phone books, listen up, because I have tons of old phone books. From now until March 1st, you can recycle them for free at both Smith's in Albuquerque and at the city's Solid Waste Management Department. Last year, the city recycled 84,000 pounds of phone books. And what better way? I mean, now's the time to get rid of them and clean your house up. My garage is just stacking up, and you know, don't throw them out. I don't even think that the city waste will take those phone books, but you know, do a good deed and recycle them. It's always the best way to go. That wraps it up for your morning headlines. Be sure to catch Matt, Kristen, and myself every weekday morning on KRQE News 13, beginning at 4:30 a.m. Ladies, sorry I got a little silly there.
No,
I really do.
fun.
I love the fact that I have somewhere to take these darn phone books.
I know, I have so many. It's ridiculous. I don't know. It's always like, well, you never know. You never know. Just save them just in case. Yeah.
Right.
I seriously have them. I probably have about 10 stacked up in the garage.
I know, you
Get
can't just
rid
throw
of
them
them.
away. You have to recycle them.
Yeah, you do. Well, at least now there is a place to go, Elizabeth.
There you go.
Thank you very much for the very valuable
Have a good one.
information.